Welcome back. So this lesson, let's actually delete the joke. So what do we need to do? Well, first we need to get all jokes because we want to find the joke that we want to delete, right? And you do that by doing this in this class, and you just get jokes. And we're inside the joke service provider if you want to know. Here we're going to subscribe as always, and we're going to get back a list of all jokes. Let's just call it all jokes just to kind of give you guys some names here so you can easily see what I'm working with right here. So there we go. Now we have all the jokes available from the actual local storage on my phone, right? So from the storage, these are the jokes. Now we want to filter these guys. We want to remove one specific joke, and the joke we want to remove is the joke with this very specific ID right here. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to use, there's a lot of ways to do it, but I'm going to use a filter. So I'm going to end up with a list of all jokes except ID. So except the one with the ID I just passed in right here. So I'm going to get a new list back here with all the jokes available on the storage except the one that I'm going to delete now. How do we do that? Well, again, there's a lot of ways to do it. I'm going to use a filter to kind of say I want to remove one specific joke. You can also splice the list. That's another solution. I'm just going to show the filter now to actually how you can delete this specific joke. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to get a joke from the filter. So each joke is going to end up as a J, a single joke. And we're going to say again with the fat arrow notation, I'm going to get a single joke for each joke. And for that one, if the joke has the same ID, does not have the same ID as the ID I'm sending in from the outside, then remove it from the list. So then filter it from the list. So when this right here is actually run, it's taking all the jokes and returning all the ones that do not have the same ID like this guy. So it returns every joke except the one with this ID. So that's why I'm saying all jokes except the one with ID. So there we go. Now we have all jokes available except the single one that we want to delete. Sweet. What are we going to do with this? Well, we're pretty much just going to say when we found the jokes, what we want to do is just go and save all jokes. So we'll do this, set jokes, and put them all back into the jokes service. So we're going to grab all the jokes except the one with ID and put them back and save them inside our system right here. When that is done, we're going to subscribe again, right? Because now all the jokes have been saved. And that's going to, I think I returned the list of jokes right here when I set it. Notice down here, the set jokes. It ends up returning all the jokes that were just stored. So we're actually going to get the jokes back now. So I've called this the stored jokes. Yep, there we go. And that list is going to just return all the jokes that we just saved, pretty much this list right here. And yes, we could just use that one. If you want to use that list instead, you can just put in a parenthesis right here instead, just saying I don't care what's returned. But what we do care about is actually saying to the observable, this guy right here, that we are now done. So we'll say observable next to explain that we are done and we want to move on to the next step. And we can just say this list of jokes. When we actually save them, we just want to explain to the listener of the delete that we are done. And the last thing I want to do is just call the complete right here. And that's it. That's it. Now we've just removed one specific joke and actually saved it to the system. Let's see if it actually runs. Now we don't have an automatic page change right now, but let's just jump into the list of jokes here. Select the one called add, do a delete. Nothing happens, it seems. Let's try and go back, but it's gone. So what we need to do next is when we actually do the delete, we want to be pulled back to the list of jokes and show it's gone, right? See you in the next lesson where we'll do that. Have fun.